it's your choice talaga if you don't wanna be single anymore. Pero wag mong ipilit. That's one thing I've learned. Wag mong ipilit kung hindi pa time. There's always a perfect time for that.
Hello everyone and welcome to Summit Sessions where we put the Philippines' most influential figures in the spotlight. Now I'm Anton from Top Gear Philippines and with me is Ping from pep.ph. And I don't think we can start this series any better because we have one of the most celebrated and well-loved stars in the Philippines today.
That's right, Anton. It's my pleasure to introduce our guest today. He won Asian Star Prize at the 2019 Seoul International Drama Awards. He is most known for his roles in The Road, Carmela, Hello, Love, Goodbye, The World Between Us, at ito kasi simula pa lang sa GMA, the Philippine adaptation of the hit South Korean drama Startup. Please give a warm summit welcome to the country's good boy and Asia's multimedia star, Alden Richards.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
First of all, Alden, you took time out of your busy schedule and we super appreciate you coming here. So,
Of course.
we'll go dive into the question. So, with Startup, your co-star, syempre, is Bea Alonzo.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite scenes with Bea?
Ako I really appreciate and nilook forward ko lagi yung heavy scenes ko with her. Kasi, of course, being a fan, I'm a very vocal fan of her. And I've seen her projects and most especially movies niya before. And to be able to do a scene with her, a heavy scene, wherein doon niya ako nakuha kasi as a fan, doon niya ako nakuha whenever she does heavy scenes sa projects niya. So now, being able to be at the other end of that scene, na ako yung kabatuhan niya, is really a dream come true for me. And parang sabi ko, wow, like 10 years ago, I was just watching this talented woman on parang in the big screen. Ngayon, ka-eksena ko na siya. So that's one of my favorite scenes with her. Heavy scenes talaga dito sa Startup.
Kumusta ang paggawa ng K-drama and making the role your own na version?
It's very difficult. I am very vocal about that. Of course, lahat naman ng like TV series and teleseries, may kanya-kanya siyang difficulties, but this is my first adaptation. First project na merong benchmark. So, doon ko na-realize na parang when you do an adaptation or a remake of a certain project, you have to do your due diligence to watch the original version. Kasi precautionary may a step siya for us, like me, as an actor of the adaptation, to know kung ano yung mga do's and don'ts ko. So, akala ko kasi dati okay lang na when you say adaptation, parang hindi ko na papanoorin yung original kasi I will do my own take. Medyo hindi pala totoo yun. So, kailangan you do your job. Kasi this is a remake, there's a benchmark, so the goal is to be at par or even higitan yung adaptation or yung project na pinagagayahan niya.
Pero before, meron ka na bang napanood na K-drama na na-enjoy mo?
Marami. I have to be honest, hindi ako sumabay sa hype and sa hype nung K-drama frenzy dito sa Philippines. Parang syempre, I have friends na, ganda yung K-drama, talaga, okay. Parang okay lang ako I wasn't really interested. I was just focused on my gaming and my work and working out and hanging out. And then, parang I'm really a fan of dark concepts. Dark, yung mga hindi kilig, hindi love story. I'm not really a fan of love stories when it comes to mga series or movies na pinapanood ko. So I started watching Korean dark concepts.
Anong K-drama yan?
I watched Black,
Okay.
which is about a Grim Reaper na reincarnate. And then, yung The Guest. Yun naman, it's a story of tatlong magkababata na pare-pareho silang na-infest of this certain bad spirit which is named Park Ildo. So, dark siya. Then eventually, parang within my team na sabi, Alden, maganda yung Goblin. Then I watch Goblin.
Ganda ng quality,
Then
diba?
that's it. Parang, I have to say, Goblin is my best K-drama series that I've watched.
Wow.
Yun. And then, yun na, nag-start na siya. It's okay not to be okay. And then my name, si Hansohi. Tapos, startup.
Syempre.
So, kailangan kong panoorin yung startup because we're doing the adaptation.
So that kind of leads us into preview PH's question, no? So seeing that napanood mo si Ji Pyong in the Korean adaptation and now you have to adapt him as Tristan, it's interesting na, iba pala yung perception versus the reality for
Yes.
preparing for this role.
Yes.
No? So what exactly what else, ano pang research yung ginawa mo about?
Well, kasi, of course, number one, it's very obvious na everything that Kim Sun-ho did for the role was in the context of the Korean culture. So, syempre, there are certain, sobrang laking factor kasi nung culture sa mga TV series. So, it depends really kung saan mo siya ginagawa. Right now, what we did is a Philippine version. So, yun, again, due diligence siya as an actor to really make it Filipino. Na, yes, it came from a Korean drama, but that's the reason why we're adapting it kasi we're getting the outline of the series para magawa natin siya into our own Filipino version. So, syempre there are a lot of scenes in Startup PH na very Pinoy. Of course, syempre, 'di ba sa Korean version, meron silang mga signature Korean dish, signature Korean behaviors towards family members. And of course, yung how they relate to other people as well. Pero, yun nga, dito, dapat, since it's an adaptation, dapat yung atin ang ipapakita natin. Kaya, masasabi ko talagang mahirap siyang gawin. It's very technical. So, all of the efforts that were put in this series was blood, sweat, and tears talaga ng lahat. From the creatives down to the directors, actors, staff and crew, most especially the art department. Kasi ibang-iba yung visual ng startup eh. It's very colorful. Diba? Pagdating sa mga offices, sa mga location, it's very, napaka-critical ng mga elements ng props dito. So, ibang effort din to for the art department. So, grabe.
Grabe, Anton, anatomy of a teleserye. Ang pinaliwanag sa atin ni Alden.
Patikim pa lang yun actually. Tip of the iceberg pa lang, marami pa siya.
Pero dyan pala makikita mo na yung passion talaga ni Alden for this. I wouldn't even call it a job. It's really your passion talaga.
It's not a job for me. Parang before, when I was starting, like kinikwento ko kila Pink before na when I was starting, I really took this job as a paying job. I'm just doing it for the money. 2 years into it, after certain projects, parang naiiba na yung perception ko sa kanya. It's not really a mere rent-paying job or bill-paying job. It fills up my passion and it feeds my soul. Ganun na siya. And up to today, as we speak, I don't really look at it as a job anymore.
And because of that, syempre, when Startup first came out here, the Korean adaptation, the Korean version rather, ang daming Team Good Boy. So, paano mo mapapa-Team Good Boy Philippines yung mga viewers natin?
Actually, I did a little research on that kasi yung Korean version, nung nagkaroon siya ng hype dito, nung talagang sobrang laki ng startup K-drama version dito sa atin, ang daming pro-good boy na Pinoy.
Naku, isa na ako doon.
Yes, kasi di ba parang nagkaroon ng Team Namdosan and Team Good Boy, di ba? So, I was, even my gaming friends was on that frenzy. Sabi ko, ano ba to? Ay, team ganito ko. Sabi ko, ako lang, laro lang ako noon, so bahala kayo dyan. And then, hindi ko nga alam na, I never knew that I will do the remake of it. So, ang lapit kasi nung traits ni Good Boy sa kung anong gusto ng Filipino culture when it comes to an aspirational guy. Parang, the way he treats yung relationship niya kay Lola, dun sa Lola niya dun, the way he is, he grew up alone. Wala siyang parents, kung saan siya napunta, ginawan lang niya ng paraan kung paano kasi that's the very typical Filipino story. Naghihirap sa buhay, nagsusumikap, nagiging successful. So that's why I guess that the role of Good Boy is really close to the Filipino heart. So, medyo mas with Startup PH, the conscious effort of the creatives here is to deepen the backstory of Good Boy para at least mas maging holistic yung understanding ng audience dun sa kung ano talaga yung pinagdaanan ni Tristan when he was young.
Grabe. Ito, if you could talk to Kim Seon-ho, the actor behind Han Ji-pyong in the original K-drama, what questions would you ask him?
Gusto kong malaman, I would like to ask if he is a capitalist, venture capitalist himself in real life. And I guess after watching Startup kasi medyo marami rin ako natutunang lesson. Yun nga kasi of course, all of the series that's being shown here in the Philippines aims to be aspirational. Lahat kailangan may matutunang lessons, lahat may mababaon yung audience every time they watch the series. But Startup is aspirational yet very technical, yet very realistic when it comes to terminologies, how to create your own company, how is it in the tech world, how to, be your own boss and start up a business. Yun yung isa sa magandang angles nitong series na to, and na-appreciate ko siya kasi yung current journey ni Good Boy, yun din yung nangyayari sa akin in real life now.
Correct.
So, ang galing ng analogy lang.
So because of that, this is also a question from preview actually. Is this the reason why mga K-drama sobrang nagre-resonate sa mga Pinoy?
Very much. Kasi, for some reason, yung lahat, parang for me, of course, hindi ko naman sinasabing perfect yung anatomy of series composition ng Korea. But I guess they know how to tweak and to pick our minds. Especially yung audience nila, especially Filipinos. Kasi tayo we're very teleserye cultured. Doon tayo lumaki when we were young. Siyempre, yung mga nanay natin, yung mga lola natin, lumaki tayo sa ganun. And I guess, huling-huli nila, for lack of a better term, yung kiliti ng audience. Ako, dun sa mga pinanood kong series, so far, walang pangit.
Lalo na yung pag lumalabas mga recommendation agad.
Diba, syempre, sa mga streaming platforms, ganyan yan. And also, one of the reasons why medyo lumaki yung, actually, hindi lang kasi K-drama eh. K-drama, K-pop, Korean food, Korean culture, everything is being adapted by us, by Filipinos. So, it's because of, ang dali na ng access ngayon to Korean contents. Siyempre, like ako, nanonood akong series, Korean, kakain sila. After nung series na yun, after ng episode na yun, parang gusto ko nang kainin ko ano yung kinain nila. Kasi, iba rin yung treatment nila when it comes to shots eh. Lahat ng shots may ibig sabihin. Lahat ng shots aims to, again, be aspirational to the audience. Parang gusto ko yun. Gusto ko niyan eh. Gusto ko yun. May ganun siyang effect eh. And I think a lot of people will agree, especially the K-drama fans, like Aubrey Carampel, na ang laki ng effect talaga ng Korean shots sa mga series nila on how people would want to accept the Korean culture. Iba yung pagkakalatag eh. Ang linis, ang lambot. Kaya gusto mo siyang gawin. Ako, doon lang naman ako nahilig sa mga Korean food eh. After watching K-dramas.
Well, speaking of nakakatakam, question.
Ito na. Pasok ng question ng yummy.ph, the Summit's food website. Ang tanong nila, what's your favorite Korean dish? Ayan yan, pag nanonood ng K-drama, talagang diyan ka talaga na attract.
Marami.
Diba?
Marami. Sobra. Pero number 1 is jjajangmyeon, black bean noodle. And a trivia about the black bean noodle is hindi talaga siya Korean dish. It's a Chinese dish. Made popular sa Korea. Yung black bean noodle dish na yon is really from the Chinese. Hindi siya Korean food. Hindi siya Korean cuisine. Pero mas kilala siya sa Korea as a Korean dish. Second, pajeon, seafood pancake. Tapos, sundubuchige, seafood soup. Yun, 3. Actually, marami pa eh.
Ito, Pinoy naman. What's your favorite baon growing up?
Baon growing up?
Nagbabaon ka sa school?
Scrambled eggs. Up to now. Parang scrambled eggs and ketchup and rice, I'm good.
Grabe.
Yun lang.
Yeah, comfort food.
Comfort food
Yeah.
Tsaka mura.
Eto, kanina na nga nabanggit mo, 'di ba, na parang talagang nakaka-relate ka kay Tristan sa pagiging businessman.
Yes.
Ang speaking of business ventures, Esquire Philippines have a number of questions on that subject. Tell us about your newest venture, Myriad Corporation.
Yes, Myriad Corporation or Myriad Entertainment Corporation is a company I've put up for me to venture into the world behind the camera. For 11 years, I've been in the industry kasi lagi lang ako nandito sa harap eh. So, what really, parang tweaks my curiosity is what's really happening behind. How to be a producer, how to be a director, how to be someone to mount a show. So, Myriad Corporation is all about entertainment in line with production, like producing movies, live concerts, even esports. So, of course, with the help of a lot of good friends of mine, I was able to put up this company and really venture into it now. So, like it started with Forward, and then, of course, after Forward concert here in the Philippines, I did the concert tour, and marami pa kaming mga projects na upcoming, and I'm really excited about it kasi the trust and confidence from people that I deal with now, parang kahit we're just starting, they since parang malaking part na ako yung nag-put up ng company and tayo yung CEO ng company. So I really deal with it firsthand sa mga meetings, ganyan. Ang laking bagay din talaga nung foundation ko as an actor before venturing into this business and corporation that I have now.
At pasabog ang unang pa-concert, E-Heads Reunion.
Yes.
Paano ka na-involve sa project na yan?
We've partnered with Aunt Savvy. So Aunt Savvy is a marketing firm owned by a friend of ours as well. And I can't really reveal much details on it yet, but yun, marami pa kaming projects with them, and this is step one for it. So we're very excited for this concert.
Okay, even before Startup PH, businessman ka na talaga. Ano yung important lesson na pwede mong ma-share? Especially yung experiences mo during the pandemic.
So, for me, really, what's thinkable is possible. Pag naiisip mo siya, paulit-ulit mo siyang iniisip, and you feel like it's gonna happen, it will happen eh. But you have to start with step one. Diba? A journey to 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And never be afraid to fail. Because I really don't believe in the word failure. It's either you'll be successful in the venture that you ventured in, or you just learn from it. You don't fail. You fail kasi parang yung iba kasi is na masyadong natetest ng failure. After a certain failure, hindi na nila tinutuloy. So I guess that's also one of the things I've learned even way before I entered showbiz kasi of course yung pagpasok sa industry is very difficult. And kung failures lang ang bibilangin, mas marami yung failures kaysa dun sa success and acceptance. So there are no failures, only lessons learned. And you gotta have to deal with the right people and be with the right people if you wanna make something happen. Kasi yun yung pinaka-importante. It's also one of the things that I've learned na parang in this industry, ang hirap magtiwala. It's very difficult to trust people right now, especially even in other businesses and even in other countries. You just have to really be careful. Wag naman careful to the point na wala na nangyari sa pagiging careful mo, di ba? Parang sa sobrang takot kang gawin yung mga bagay because of fear, hindi mo na siya nagawa eventually. So, parang for me, okay maging careful, pero be a risk taker as well. Kasi, yun nga, you'll never know unless you try.
At Anton, alam nating hindi to lip service galing kay Alden kasi alam ko during the pandemic talagang maraming challenges sa businesses mo, 'di ba?
Sobra.
Kahit na may times na magsha-shutdown or magko-close, pero ayan pa rin,
Yes.
risk-taker pa rin si Alden.
Risk-taker pa rin
Pero
tayo.
yun yung napansin ko, Pinks, na as a business venturer, very daring si Alden. And that also leads us to our next question from Esquire. You're covering events and esports and all that. What would you like to do next? What is your dream venture naman?
It's really more of, being able to change the landscape of actors in a sense of parang I want, especially the new ones, na dapat hindi lang tayo artista. I mean, dapat we should also be curious enough to venture into more aspects and more angles. Parang ako, I started as an actor, and then eventually with the proper guidance of the people I'm with, ito na natutunan ko nang mag-venture into the things na in line with my job, but as the people behind the camera naman. Kasi it's a business opportunity, you will grow, you will learn a lot from it, and parang kahit papaano nagkakaroon ng growth within yourself. Siyempre, hindi mo naman makukuha yan ng 1 year or in 2 years. It takes time. But be sure, never get tired of aspiring and never get tired of dreaming and being able to try new things. Yun yung isa sa mga parang attitudes na natutunan ko as I go along this industry.
So, you kept on mentioning nga yung mga people who guided me, who surrounded me with advice, ganyan. So, who are some of these people? Like, we're genuinely curious.
They don't want to be named, but they know who they are. Pero konti lang sila. By one hand, doon ko lang sila mabibilang.
Mga non-showbiz.
Mga non-showbiz.
Okay.
Mostly businessmen. And mostly they're my mentors talaga. And they're older people. So, yun, parang since I was young talaga, I'm really more into, gustong-gusto ko nakikipag-usap sa mga taong mas matanda sa akin, who's older than me.
So you learn more from them.
Because you learn more from them. Di ba parang tama eh. It's okay to be, syempre okay pa rin naman may mga tropa ka na you share the same interest. Di ba parang pare-pareho pa rin kayo ng wavelength. But when it comes to learnings, mas marami kang matututunan to the older people. Di ba yun nga yung cliche saying na papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na sila. That's true. And one of the things also that I've learned is people can only advise you so much, but at the end of the day, kailangan mo siyang pagdaanan personally. Para at least, ikaw yung naka-experience, ikaw yung natuto, ikaw yung nakaramdam. So it's really the best, cliche na naman, experience is the best teacher.
Totoo naman talaga. Ayan, from business, let's go to your house.
Uy!
Hindi literal na pupunta sa bahay mo. Pero
Okay.
pwede rin, why not? Na pagpunta tayong Laguna.
Yes.
Ito, from realliving.com.ph. Did you do any home improvement projects during the pandemic? And ano yun?
Home improvement. Yes, kasi now since the pandemic, I've decided to move out of our home in Laguna and really start living here in the city. So, condo living tayo, syempre, pag nandito sa city. And I've done a few renovations. The major renovations I've had done was my kitchen.
Nagluluto ka na?
Hindi nga eh.
Bakit kitchen ang pina-renovate mo?
Kasi medyo, syempre, alam mo naman, pag bumili tayo ng condominium, and yung tinatawag na parang turnover furnitures and fixtures. So, parang I've just decided na bakit hindi ibahin. So, from a wood finish kitchen, it's now a piano finish kitchen. Piano, yung glossy white.
Glossy. Okay.
So it doesn't really take much light. Parang with that, kapag umaga, hindi ko na kailangan buksan yung ilaw kasi pag naarawan yung fixtures, maliwanag na siya.
Grabe, naisip mo pa yun, Alden.
So tipid sa kuryente.
In fairness. Na-curious lang ako kasi alam ko sobrang hilig mo sa kape.
Yes.
Meron ka bang bar dyan, coffee bar,
Meron
sa
akong
kitchen?
coffee maker na medyo mabangis.
Bakit mabangis?
Mabangis kasi parang isang pindot lang nakukuha mo na yung gusto mong timpla ng kape.
Oh my gosh, black coffee ba ang iniinom?
Black coffee, yes.
Grabe, si
Alden's
Alden.
Brews.
Correct.
Alden's Brew.
Naku, sana matry natin yan. Yung ikaw mismo magtitimpla
Oh,
ng
dyan lang
kape
yan.
next
Dito lang ako sa tabi-tabi. Lapit ko nga lang dito.
Ayan na guys, ang clue.
Bagong business venture ba to?
Hindi naman
Yung kanyang
dito.
condo.
On the side lang, on the side.
Ayan. Mag-aano tayo, house tour tayo next time, condo tour. Eto, what have you learned naman about home life during the lockdowns?
It really took a toll on me. Especially yung nung first month, okay pa ako eh. Parang okay pa ako na, at least it reminded me na parang, masyado kang busy, halt muna, stop ka muna. Pero after a month na walang ginagawa, parang it already became a routine na you wake up in the morning, tapos mag-home workout ka, hindi ka makalabas. Kumbaga, naikot mo na yung buong bahay hanggang sa garahe, everyday, na-drive mo na halos lahat ng mga sasakyan na nandun. Nakaka-frustrate, parang in a way na active ako when it comes to work and I'm an active person. So, ang learnings ko dun is really be ready for what life has to offer for you. Sometimes not everything will go according to plan. Hindi lahat ng plano mo natutupad. Hindi lahat ng plano mo, yun yung mangyayari. So you have to be ready for that. Kasi you'll never know when life gets you eh. And you have to be prepared. Kasi sometimes, pag hindi ka prepared, it takes toll on you. And nasa sayo yun kung paano mo siya iti-take, kung negative or positive. Yun siya.
Mahilig ka rin mag-collect ng figurines or do you call
Statues.
them statues?
Yes, very much.
And you're a huge fan of Iron Man. So we
Very
heard.
much.
So take us through your collection ng Iron Man statues.
Actually, more than the majority of my Iron Man collection nasa Laguna siya, dun sa family house namin. And dito, sa unit ko,
Condo.
sa condo, is mostly Marvel statues na 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale, bigyan ko kayo ng figure. Mga ganyan siya kalaki. So, and more of yung mga DC characters
Yeah.
also. Of course, Avengers, kompleto sila. X-Men, Justice League, and anime
Which ones?
statues. I have Bleach and Demon Slayer statues.
Ooh.
Actually, it's posted online. Nandun sila. Nakita na nung iba yun. Pero the story behind that is, was, when I was young, growing up, whenever we go to the mall, hindi kami makabili ng laruan. So, parang now na medyo we're being blessed financially and, everything's going very well, na I've met this, people from the toy industry who has a warehouse full of statues. And right then and there, parang medyo nagpanic buying ako with all the statues. And it was a 2-year project kung paano ko binuo yung cabinets, and parang nabili ko sila 2 years bago ko sila nabuksan.
My
Ganun
gosh.
katagal. Pandemic to. So, nung medyo lumuwag-luwag na yung quarantine, pwede nang lumabas-labas. That was the time na ganun. Pero wala pang work. So, yan parang, para masabi ko naman sa sarili ko na at least nabili ko sila. Coming from the childhood experiences I had.
And I think we can all relate to that. Kung ano yung gusto natin ng bata, afford na natin ngayon.
Oo naman. Kasi yun yung mga konting rewards na,
Yes.
tsaka paalala din ng mga yung efforts mo, yung
Hard
diba,
work.
hard work.
Very much.
Meron kang konting souvenir.
Memorabilia.
Diba?
Pag tinignan mo sila, di ba?
Wow! Ayan, ito na, medyo relate. Malapit na mag-Christmas. Nakapag-start ka na ba mag-decorate sa iyong condo unit or sa bahay?
Wala pa. Hindi pa. Pero nakalagay na siya sa things to do ko, plan for the Christmas holidays. So, ganun kasi every year I see to it na, kasi yung mga tao sa bahay sa Laguna is my grandparents, my younger sisters. Gusto ko naman kahit, dyan kasi parang nakatatlong Christmas na yata ako dito sa condo ko. So, simple lang eh. Parang small Christmas tree lang, tapos konting garlands, ganyan. Pero sa bahay, todo yun. Kasi gustong-gusto ng lola ko nakakakita ng maraming decorations. Mas nararamdaman daw niya yung spirit of Christmas. So, I do it for her.
Wow.
Effort yun. And katulong ko dyan si Mama Ten sa layout ng design.
May special ritual ba or mga pre-holiday decorating ritual na ikaw pinaghahandaan?
Wala naman. There was this one time lang na I had the whole house designed. Basta yung buong bahay, puro Christmas lights. Tigmo akong shopping mall. Sabi ko, Mama Ten, wag natin ulitin to ha. Mahal sa kuryente yan eh. So, ngayon, lesson learned, more on ano na lang kami. It's really more of mga life-size Belen.
Okay.
Tapos, Christmas lights pa rin as well, pero hindi na ganun kadami. Pero yun, ngayon, hindi ko alam kung anong i-design namin kasi siya yung nagka-canvas ng designer for that.
Oh. Gusto ko rin yung nabanggit mo kasi pag Belen, parang mas naka-center na dun sa meaning talaga ng
Exactly.
Christmas, diba?
It's the time where Christ is born. So, yun lang. Christmas is always a reminder, of the sacrifice the Lord had done for us and to hold up mankind. So, it's a must to celebrate.
And nung na-mention niya yung you do it for your lola, it goes back to Tristan talaga.
Ay, oo, ano?
Good boy talaga.
Oo,
Oo.
ano?
Relate talaga si Alden dyan. Very family-oriented
Walang
si
script
Alden.
yun,
Ito naman, well, talking cars naman. And you're quite the car guy. Nakita namin sa mga Insta mo and stuff like that. We saw your AMG GT.
Yes.
And any recent additions or is there anyone na yung, let's say, row of keys? Anong una mong kukunin?
Hindi addition, I had an upgrade. So, it's a Toyota Land Cruiser LC 300.
300 series.
The 300 series.
Good choice.
But, it's yung Dubai version, yung kinuha ko. So, it's really a tried and tested car for me. Kasi pwede siya sa lahat eh. Pwede siyang pang taping, pwede siyang pang errands, pwede siyang pang forma. Sinetap ko siyang konti, of course. So, but I started to let go of my vans. Like before, I have big vans, yung mga, ang tawag nila doon, artista vans. I've learned na hindi siya masyadong ideal with my personality. Kasi the reason why you have a van like that is for you, pag nasa set ka, na doon ka lang. Siyempre kasi kompleto yan, may TV, merong gaming console, may CR, etc. Blah, blah. But I'm not that kind of person eh. So I started to let go of that kasi mas gusto kong nasa set ako, immersed ako sa taping community, dun sa actual set. So I am really more of an SUV guy. So most of my cars are SUVs.
SUVs these days.
Yes.
And so, on that question, no, if we can get you as a guest host for Top Gear, no, anong gusto mo i-review?
Good question. I would really like to review yung, I don't know, siguro by that time nandito na yung SUV ng Ferrari.
Puro sangge.
Puro sangge, yes. So, I have friends also na who's into cars as well. So, parating na daw siya. So, tatabi yung Lamborghini Euro sa kanya pagdating niya. Kasi, yun, kung gusto niyo lang Top Gear, I would love to review that car.
So, Ferrari Philippines, magtabi na rin kayo ng Puro Sangge for Alden
Sangge,
Richards.
yes. Ganda nun. Ang ganda nun.
Ano usually na-enjoy mo pag driving? Long drive or yung
Long.
mga fast?
It's my therapy. So, also kapag nagbabakasyon sa US, I see to it na ako yung nagde-drive sa family. Kasi ang lalawak ng daan doon. It's my therapy. It's my zen.
Iba, di ba?
Long
Pag
drives.
nag-drive ka talaga.
Long drives
Correct.
talaga. Parang, that's the time I get to really think of a lot of things.
Tsaka parang talagang may clarity.
Meron.
Kapag you're on your own, tas
Yes.
drive ka lang.
Yes po.
Sarap. Eto, from cosmo.ph, about love life naman. Kasi sabi nila, yung mga single, ang hirap magkaroon ng relationship during the pandemic. Yung advice mo para sa kanila na dun sa mga gustong maghanap ng pag-ibig?
Yes, kasi I don't know kung bakit naging ganun yung connotation sa single, especially when it comes to the pandemic. Baka hindi naman. First and foremost, it's a relationship between two people. And it's your choice if you want to make that difficult for your partner. Your attitude, your way, your take on love, siguro yun talaga yung magmamatter. It's not really about the current situation eh. Pwede mong itabi yun eh. It's more personal, it's more emotional, and mental as well. But it's your choice talaga if you don't wanna be single anymore. Pero wag mong ipilit. That's one thing I've learned. Wag mong ipilit kung hindi pa time. There's always a perfect time for that.
And yung waiting season, it's a season of leaving. Hindi mo siya
Yes.
kailangan tignan naman na parang
Hindi ka-
naboboard ka na or na parang
Yes.
napag-iiwanan ka, diba?
There's no such thing kasi tayo, again, sa Filipino culture, we're a culture of deadlines. Trust me, I know. Lola ko ganyan eh.
Talaga?
Oo,
Okay.
yung parang at a certain age, ikaw dapat ganito ka na. Sabi ko, 2022 na. Iba na ang takbo ng buhay ngayon. So, darating din yan, huwag kang mag-alala. Sabi ko.
Correct. And it's an opportunity para maging best version ka ng
Exactly.
sarili
Invest
mo
in
eh.
yourself first. Love yourself first. Self-love is priority.
I love it. Ayan. This question is from a netizen. Let me read it. I'm just curious. Is it possible for you to fall in love with a fan? From Joshabel Pagyo.
Natanong na sa akin yan, yes, of course. I don't really look at... Siyempre, pag love kasi yan, it doesn't matter nasan siya part ng society. Di ba? Parang, of course, meron tayong hierarchy ng tinitingnan natin, siyempre. If you're an actor, there are fans, there are showbiz, there are non-showbiz. You just have to be open. And, parang make your options open para hindi masyadong nakaka-pressure.
Correct. At saka hindi naman yan yung parang instant love at first sight. Parang it's more of getting to know the person
Exactly.
naman.
Hindi naman, I don't know, parang for me kasi yung celebrity and fan relationship, parang ang layo, parang
Correct.
heaven and earth ang dating. My message to the fans, don't take yourselves for granted and never take yourself too low for the idols that you have. You are worth it.
I love it. Grabe naman to si Alden kasi pareho lang naman ng tao,
Tao
diba?
lang tayo.
Grabe yung equality naman na yan. Grabe.
Wow.
Okay.
This is the most
Thank you sa inspiration, Alden.
profound.
Ayun, si Nico, kung sinong crush niya, malay mo naman.
Di ba posible pala?
Posible. You are worth
it. Correct. Isa kaya, you're
Yes.
worth it.
Now, one of the things you did enjoy during, aside from driving and all that, na discover mo din during the pandemic and lockdowns and etc. was your gamer side.
Yes.
So, Myriad Esports, we'd love to know more about it.
Yes. So, apparently, Myriad was born into the gaming world first. Because I'm playing this MMORPG, which is Ragnarok Mobile. And then, syempre, nung pandemic, lilibangin mo na lang talaga yung sarili mo. And I've been a gamer since I was a kid. So, hindi na mawawala sa akin yun. And then, I've made a lot of friends na actually, sa Discord is the app we use for gaming-related concerns. Para siyang Zoom ng gamers, pero boses lang. Pwede rin videos ngayon, pero it's really more on voices. So for 3 to 4 years, never kong nakita yung mga kalaro ko. Mga Facebook accounts lang nila. And then at one point, parang doon ako na-excite lagi na whenever I get to meet people in the gaming world. Kasi ang makikilala mo lang doon yung character nila eh. That's their representation. Their in-game character. Pero iba na pag nakita-kita na in person. So Myriad was born as a name of my guild. Because during the pandemic, I became a guild leader of a group of many inside the game. So that's the meaning of myriad. Myriad is many. A group of. Doesn't matter kung tao man or kung ano man. Anything that's many is myriad. So Myriad Esports is under Myriad Entertainment Corporation. So ako yung spearhead ng Myriad Esports. So my objective is to create experiences for different individuals in the gaming community for them to grow and to really fulfill their dreams in the gaming world if that's what they really want. Again, yung impression sa gaming dito sa Philippines, hindi pa siya ganun. Yung confidence ng marami, especially mga 90s, early 2000 parents, hindi ganun kalaki yung confidence nila sa gaming. Pag narinig nila yung salitang game, it's always a waste of time.
Correct.
Di ba?
Nung mga ganun dati
Video
eh.
games mo yan.
Yes,
kaka-computer
di ba?
mo
Parang
yan.
Correct.
sayang sa oras, wala kang... But now, 2022, and in the next following years, the gaming world is slowly growing. No, not slowly, fastly growing. And I want to be part of that. I want to help people. You know, yung mga, especially because I've seen a lot of my friends na gusto talaga to really pursue their career in gaming but doesn't have the right guidance and tool. So, Mirror Esport is for them, is there to help them. And also, you know, to execute live events. Kasi, ang laki-laki na po ng gaming, 2022 na po. Come on guys, kailangan na natin maintindihan.
Correct. Tsaka may mga competitions pa dyan na talagang they win a lot of prizes, cash prize na
$1 million.
millions, di ba? My gosh.
Yes, ganyan.
Pero ang galing ng things na like everything, like the way you name your company and everything, may deep
May meaning.
talaga.
Correct.
Galing si Lord eh.
Ganyan si Alden talaga. Talagang, alam mo yung sobrang hands-on mo, pinag-iisipan mo, yung may appreciation ka talaga for the craft, for the things you love.
Yes, kasi
Iba talaga.
like going back dun sa kaninang question na starting up your own business, I'd rather have a lot of skills and expertise rather than to have a lot of money. Kasi if you have a lot of money and you don't have the skills, you'll end up putting all your money down the drain. Kasi may pera ka nga and you let other people use your money, wala rin. Kumbaga, sasabihin nila lagi, wala namang alam yan eh. So let's just use his or her money for our benefit. But if you have the skills, expertise, etc., money will follow you.
And because of the whole streaming thing, and it's a question from Spin. How do you keep people entertained or engaged in the stream? Because sometimes streams can go on for as long as 3 hours
Yes,
and
yes.
stuff like that. So, syempre that's a challenge for you. So, how would you keep them glued to your channel?
Mahirap siya kasi in the first place, it's a live content. So anything can happen. Wala siyang script, wala siyang guidelines. It's really a matter of how you execute. It's a show. Basically, streaming is a show. Wherein, of course, you play a certain game and you entertain your audience. The thing about me being a streamer, a game streamer, nagta-translate kasi yung supporters ko from the Alden Richards na actor to Alden Richards na gamer. So, plus points sa akin yun eh. Kumbaga, advantage ko as opposed to yung iba talaga na nagsimula as a game streamer. So, and kaya hindi mahirap i-please yung mga supporters ko na nanonood ng stream is you just mention them and that's already a big deal for them. And, ewan ko, parang as I watch my streams before during the pandemic, meron ako ng parang outline sa sarili ko na hindi ko plinano. Na alam ko at this part of the hour, ito na yung ginagawa ko at this, and then eventually, it's really a matter of how you put up your engagement to the people who's watching you. And also, one of the things na nakakapag stay ng mga tao sa stream mo is really your skills dun sa game na nilalaro mo. That's one plus factor.
So, we've seen the many sides of Alden already. The streamer, the gamer, the actor, the businessman, and everything in between. And given all your accolades, what's next for Alden Richards?
on top of all the things you've said, Anton, kanina, ang ang it all boils down to being aspirational and helping people. Yung profit, of course, is part of that. Yung earnings, experiences. Pero ako, by heart, the reason why I'm doing this is for me to be able to help more people. Kasi Myriad Entertainment Corporation is under AR Foundation, which is my foundation for scholarship. So every time the company earns, a certain percentage goes to the foundation para nasusustain ko yung scholars and para mas marami tayong napapagraduates. As we speak, when I started AR Foundation, I never knew I already had 12 scholars. 2 of them are graduates already. And as we speak now, since I launched it last year, we already have 25. And by the end of 2022, meron na tayong 5 college graduates. So imagine, mas andun yung fulfillment ko, yung changing someone's lives for the better. That's priceless for me.
Ang galing no, that there's a higher calling for all of this.
Yes.
Correct. Talagang hindi lang puro yung paloob Talagang yung calling niya, nahanap niya talaga yung purpose ni Alden to help others.
Kasi coming from experience, yung sobrang talagang lalong nagpagigil sa akin to help was when I opened one of our businesses na fast food. Hindi pa pandemic nun So out of a lot of people, there was this girl who approached me. Tapos nung nakikita ko siyang palapit, sabi ko, bakit may hawak to na graduation photo? And then, paglapit niya sa akin, sinabi niya, Sir Alden, ako po yung napag-graduate niyo ng electrical engineering. I didn't know her.
Oh my gosh.
Hindi ko siya kilala. So parang, ito yun. Okay, let's do more.
Wow.
My gosh. Kaya ipinanganak yung AR.
Foundation.
Diba? Grabe. Eto na, yung mga supporters mo, kaya naman mahal na mahal ka nila kasi
Nako.
nakikita talaga nila yan. Ito, merong message, si Mahalia Montemor Fuente, similar sa question kanina.
Kilala ko
Let's
yan.
read it. Hi, Alden Richards. 10 years from now, ano sa tingin mo ang isang Alden Richards? Artista pa ba siya? Producer? Director or businessman na miss you and love you? Feeling ko yun talaga yung gustong sabihin ni
Yun yung gusto niya
Mahalia.
sana.
Oo, tapos
Yung miss you and love you.
mahilig mag-TikTok kasi yan si Ate Mahal. Kilala ko siya.
Oh my gosh.
So, I don't know kung ano ako dun sa lahat ng sinabi niya. I live by the moment, I live by the day, and I guess from there, that's when I'll decide kung saan ako papunta. Ang hirap kasi, like what I've said kanina, you plan long term, tas hindi yun yung mangyayari. That frustration yun. But okay lang na meron kang dream, kasi yun yung nagpo-fuel sa motivation mo, but be prepared. Kasi baka hindi matupad. So, kailangan lagi kang may fallback. So, sa mga sinabi ni Ate Mahalia, hopefully lahat yon mapasok ko. Hopefully I'd be successful fulfilling that titles. But kung saan lang ako dali ni Lord, doon lang ako pupunta.
I love it. And yung one thing is certain yung purpose, yun naman
The
yung
purpose.
mahalaga. Kung saan ka man dalhin, basta yung core andon,
Yes.
yun yung kailangan. Ito, last question from pep.ph.
Let's go, Pep!
Yes, ito sa stage ng career mo ngayon, Alden, do you still feel nervous? Or may nararamdaman ka pa rin bang insecurity?
Of course. Never think of yourself that you're too good. You're already good enough, no matter how many successful projects you have, awards that you get. That's the death of an actor for me. If you already acknowledge it to yourself, magaling na ako. So, I'm very happy whenever I feel nervous before any performances. Concerts man yan, eksena man yan, guesting man yan, like ngayon. Kasi, at least it's alright to be nervous kasi at the end of the day, alam mo naman yung dapat mong gawin. You just have to be true to yourself. No pretensions, walang paligoy-ligoy, just plain you. So, yun siguro yung isa sa natutunan ko dito sa tagal ko sa showbiz, and parang it always boils down to sincerity. I have to be sincere. Everything that you say, everything that you do, sincerity that really counts. Kasi people will see it. Hindi mo mafe-fake yun.
And ang galing na you still stay grounded. I mean,
Pinks, tagal mo na akong kilala eh.
yun nga, knowing from before na talagang parang, yung katulad din natin ng mga iba din, no, na parang nag-start ka na, nag-commute, nag-jeep,
Jeep.
papunta ng para sa mga,
Lahat na ng
diba?
commuter vehicles na sakyan ko. Pedicab.
At walang arte talaga si Alden. Promise, nakita ko na yan talagang minsan pagka sa mga shoot, makikikain lang siya dun sa mga plates ng mga kasama niya kay
ginagawa ko
Mama
pa rin yan.
Tin.
Ginagawa ko pa rin
Grabe.
yan, yes.
Ayan. So, thank you so much, Alden, for sharing a lot
course.
of your knowledge and inspiring stories
Thank you
dito
din.
sa
Thank you din.
Summit
And-
Sessions.
And with that, before we end, of course, we'll give you a sneak peek of what the other Summit brands have in store for Alden Richards.
Hello preview, this is Alden Richards and welcome to Designer Favorites. Yummies, my name is Alden Richards and I'm doing this or that food edition for yummy.ph. Hirap naman maging race car driver. And I'm meeting some fans sa Omi TV for pep.ph. So let's go.
Clean or washing the dishes?
Washing the dishes na lang. Happy to be here as the first live guest for Pep
Pep
Spotlight.
Spotlight.
So, my weird food combination is I put calamansi and spaghetti and ketchup and pancit. Hindi po to joke. Hindi po to joke. Hindi po to recorded. One true love and the world between us. Kasi I was able to experience the full cycle of a character.
If you guys want to see Alden's videos with other Summit Media brands, be sure to check out the link in the description below.
And with that, Alden, any last words for our viewers?
Of course, thank you to Summit Sessions for this opportunity. You know, I really appreciate having talks like this because I get to share the knowledge that I have acquired for the longest time I'm here in the industry. And, you know, it's also an avenue for people to be inspired with your guests. So, ngayon nga, ako yata yung first, tama ba?
Yes.
So thankful, I'm very thankful, and of course, thank you to all our viewers. Of course, Startup PH still showing sa GMA Telebabad every 8:50 p.m. Mondays to Fridays po yan. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you, Summit Sessions.
And
Thank you, Alden!